This is CS5200 project for the database guys, Fall 18. I'll start with the introduction. So we have created a web app where triathletes, trainers, and inventory managers can collaborate with each other to participate in various events, activities, and clubs. The whole idea is that the system creates a web application where if I'm an athlete, I can see activities happening around my place and I can participate in those activities. I can also join various clubs and participate activities that the clubs are hosting. Whereas if I'm a trainer, I can form a club and I can start events which other athletes can join. I can also have an inventory manager that can manage the gear that my club has, or if somebody wants a new stuff, like they can just ask the inventory manager to buy it for them. And a club is essentially a place where there are multiple events and activities, and it also has members and of course the trainer, where they can all collaborate and speak with each other and participate in activities and events. So as I just explained, the problem statement is that today triathletes have a hard time collaborating with each other, and there is no dedicated application to track activities and events happening in an area. And our solution is to implement a web-based application. It is a one-stop solution which integrates a single unified user interface, and we can bring together different hobby groups under one roof so that they can collaborate better and mutually benefit each other. So the stack that we are using for this project, so we are using the main stack where M is for MongoDB, which is our database, E is for Express, which is a Node.js middleware, A is for Angular. We are using Angular 7, the latest iteration, for the front end, and we are using Node for the back end. So then I'll show you, I'll go to our class diagram, and show you what we have there. So this is our class diagram. So we have users, which can be one of either inventory manager, trainer, or an athlete. So this is a generalization relationship, and a trainer can create a club, they can delete a club, they can delete members from a club, they can add events to a club. Trainer is a user object, and then athlete can participate in a club or its activities, or they can participate in activities that come directly from the Strava API. So in our project, we are using two APIs. One of them is the Strava API, and the other is the Google Maps API. So how that works is, given a place, Google Maps API converts that to latitudes and longitudes, and then the Strava API fetches events for that place. So and a club can have events. An event cannot exist without a club. That is why it is a composition relationship. A club can have gear like bat, ball, rackets, etc., and they can exist, of course, without the club, and that is why it is an aggregation relationship. And inventory manager manages the gear that exists in the club. I think I've covered the class diagram, so let's go to the next step, and I'll show you the demo. So our web app is hosted on AWS EC2 instance. So this is the home page for the application. As you can see, this is the anonymous user view, where an anonymous user can see the clubs that are on the platform, their descriptions, and the events that they are hosting. So I can see that Northeastern Triathletes is a club that is hosting various marathons in all over the world. And as an anonymous user, I can also search for activities directly by place. So let's search for activities in Boston, which are running activities, and this will give me a list of all the running activities happening in or around Boston. Hey, sorry, there was an issue with the Strava API being down. So we are back here, and we can search for activities by area. So I can search for running events in Boston, and it gives me a list of them. I can search for any other location, and it will continue to give me a list. So this is the anonymous user view, where a user can see clubs, their descriptions, the events they're hosting, or the activities that the user can participate directly in. The difference between an event and an activity is that events are hosted by clubs and activities are free for everyone. So events, you can only participate if you're a member of that club, and activities, you can participate whenever you wish. So let's create some users. Let's create a trainer, or I think I have a trainer already created. Let's log in with that. Trainer test. Okay. So I get a successfully logged in message, and there I am. I can see that this trainer test is managing the Northeastern Triathletes Club. I can see that there are members in my club. One of them is Athlete Test, which I just created before this. And I can see that these are the events being hosted by the Northeastern Triathletes Club. So this is kind of homepage for the club, the admin page for the club. And I can always host more events. I can add it to the list. I can also delete it from the list. And I can also search events by year. So let's go way back in history and search for 2015 events. And there we have. So this is coming again from the Strava API. And this is the trainer view. And of course, I can update the trainer profile. I can change the name to test trainer 1, and it will update the user. So now the new name reflects there. And so this is the view for the trainer. And now let's log out. Let's sign in with the athlete. Really quick. Oh, athlete test. This won't let me sign in if I have the wrong creds, and now that I've successfully logged in, I can see that this athlete belongs to the Northeastern Triathletes Club, and these are the events that the club is hosting, and these are the events, out of these events, that the athlete is participating in. So I can add all of these. I can also delete one of these, and this all works. And these are the activities. So an athlete can search for activities coming from Strava directly and participate in them without any club. So let's search for running activities happening in San Diego. Let's go to this Lake Miramar loop, right there, and I can see it in my activities. It can follow other users or unfollow them, and it updates both the lists of followers and followers for both the users. So this is the athlete view of my web app, and now let's go to the manager view. Manager test. Okay, so successfully logged in, and I can see that this is the manager for the Northeastern Triathletes Club. I can purchase gear for the club. Let's purchase, say, a bat for the club, so it appears here. I can update that. Let's name it bat1, and I can delete that, and I can create more gear. So there it is. And so this is the manager view for our website. Now let's log out again, and let's go to the start page. And this is, again, we are back to the anonymous user view. Okay, so finally let's see the admin view for the project. So we have seen anonymous, trainer, athlete, inventory manager, and finally we are coming to the admin view. So this is the admin, and an admin can see all the users, create more users. It can also delete users. So if I want to delete this athlete, Pankti, I go to personify. So this lets me impersonate that particular athlete, and now I can do any action that athlete can do. So I can join a club for an athlete. There you go. Now I have a club there. I can join an activity as an athlete for an athlete. I can follow athletes for another athlete, and I can delete that athlete. So there it is, the deleted athlete. And so let's go to the login again. And there we go. So this is the admin view for this, and now let's log out. I also want to show you the MLab, the database that we have for our project. So our database has 5 tables: activities, clubs, events, gears, persons. The persons table has multiple objects in that, which are visible on the MLab dashboard, and the credentials are uploaded in the form itself. I can also see all the gears that I've ever created. So this is the pat that I created and the name that I updated it for. And so this is the MLab, and that's all about the project. Thank you very much.